Hey, my name is Chris Phillips, lead pastor of Journey Point Church here in Denver, Colorado, and more specifically in the community of Stapleton, Colorado. I just want to let you know, first off, you are an answer to prayer. You and your team are going to come and be boots on the ground for us. You're going to help us reach the people of Stapleton, the people in Denver, and serve them well. You're going to help us point people on a journey with Jesus, and for that, we're very grateful, and you are an answer to prayer that we have been praying for a long time. You see, here's what we're going to do. Over the course of a couple of videos, I just want to give you some insight into Stapleton, into Denver, into what we are trying to do in the community, a little bit about our community and the strategy of how we're reaching this community, and what you can expect when you come and you're boots on the ground. And that way, as soon as you land in Denver, you'll be up to speed and ready to go on how we are reaching these people here and pointing them on a journey with Jesus. And so what I want to do in this first video is just tell you a little bit about ourselves, the Phillips family. I'm married to my beautiful bride, Libby. We were married in 2007, and we have 4 wonderful children. We have Paxton, we have Rhett, we have Tripp, and then the prized possession, the only girl, we have Henley Grace. And that's a little bit about our family. They're all school-age kids, and we love doing that. My wife is a school teacher. Right now, she's currently serving as a kindergarten teacher, and she is actually teaching at the school that we will be serving and worshiping in, and so we are thrilled for that. But we haven't always lived here. You see, we've only lived here for a short amount of time. We began this church planting process in 2016, and we moved to Denver in June of 2017. And so we're getting acclimated, being boots on the ground, and learning a lot ourselves, even in this culture, the same way as if anybody went to Africa or Egypt or any of those places, that they would have to go in and learn the culture there. We were at an established church that we loved. We were at a church in Tennessee, serving on staff there. I was one of the pastors on staff, and we absolutely loved the church that we were at. And the reason I say that is because it's not all the time that God begins working in somebody's heart and moving them in a period of discontentment or a period where they don't like what is going on. Sometimes things can be really, really good, and God throws you a curveball, and that's exactly what happened to us. You see, I spent 10 years in medical device sales before God called me to full-time ministry, and then we had the privilege of serving at a fantastic church in the city that that I was born and raised, and that my wife was very familiar with. We had family. We had comfort, we had convenience, we had everything you could possibly imagine. The church that we were serving at was growing, it was very large, there were hundreds of baptisms a year. It was a great place to serve and do ministry and really learn as well, and we liked it. But in 2016, God really used a prompting of others conversation at a conference that we were attending from another church planter to really begin walking us through this process and journey of saying, man, have we given everything, and have we said, hey God, we'll do whatever you want us to do, wherever you want us to do that. And so we just realized that we had not done that. And so we began writing blank checks to God and saying, all right, Lord, you do what you want to do. And so it was there with that prompting of others conversation that we began a time of prayer and fasting and walking through what it would look like to see God move and uproot us from family, comfort, and convenience. And so through that conversation, we began talking, and over the course of several months, we looked and identified that this would be the place that we would go, that we would uproot our family, and we would begin serving in that community. And honestly, after that time, we took some time to prayer and fast. We walked through that process, and God continued to point us in the direction of Denver, Colorado, until finally in August of 2016, we put boots on the ground. And it was very clear. We had a prompting of others. We had this Macedonian prayer and fasting call. And then while we were here in Denver, and specifically in the community of Stapleton, we had that sudden experience moment where we were faced with 2 choices. Either obey God calling us to uproot our lives and plant a church here in Denver, or continue and face what we liked, what we were comfortable with, what we had been around, and disobey God in the same set. And so we decided obedience is the best key. No matter the questions we had, no matter the money we knew we had to raise, no matter the process, no matter uprooting family, no matter the fact that we knew no one here, we knew that was what God was calling us to do. And so there was without a shadow of a doubt in our mind that God was calling us to uproot our family and plant it here in Denver, Colorado. And so I just say all of that just to say, hey, there's going to be a time in your life, maybe even coming on this trip, that you say, man, can I obey or can I disobey? What is it going to take to obey? What are the sacrifices that I will have to make? And how does that process look? Will I have to raise money for it? Will I have to take time off vacation? And you face that even by coming here. But I bet that's not the last time that God will do that in your life. And so one of the things you can sit and talk about and discuss is, what do we do when God faces us with decisions, even when we are really happy with where we currently are? And so I can't wait to continue on this journey with some videos, and I really can't wait to have you guys here and being boots on the ground for us here in Denver, Colorado, serving the people of Stapleton that we now call home, that we love, and that we are really invested in this community.